Hello everyone in the YouTube world, it's the Spirit Room 152. Okay, it's been a while since I made a video. Okay, so recently I started writing this story called The Games We Play, and it was actually inspired by something that happened a few months ago. Okay, so back in March of this year, I went to New York City for spring break, and to observe filming for my favorite TV show, Law and Order SVU. The last day they were filming outside, I ended up walking with Peter Scannavino, who plays Detective Carisi, to the studio where the interior scenes for SVU are filmed, mainly the precinct and interrogation and the courtroom scenes. And I remember telling a friend of mine about it, and then when I told her, she proceeded to go on to TMZ, see if anything was there. There were like no photos, no headlines, none of that. And to sate my curiosity, don't ask me why I did this, but I did this. I went through other sites as well to see if anything was there, and there wasn't anything there. Thank God. And since then I kind of wondered what would have happened if someone had taken pictures of me with Peter going to Chelsea Piers. Now, we weren't alone. Like, some of the show's crew were with us. The show's crew was with us, at least some of them. And it just kind of made me wonder, like, what would have happened if pictures were taken? What if, something had happened and that sort? And inspired a story I'm writing called The Games We Play, in which I wondered, like, if I was, in tabloids, the main character ends up going through that. Same thing, and, she asks herself, like, how she deals with it, and, like, not to give, like, the story away, I'm still writing it, so I haven't decided whether or not there's gonna be a happy ending for my character, but, no, for the main character, excuse me, and, one way she deals with it, being in the tabloids, is she writes this song called The Games We Play. And The Games We Play is an actual song. I'm still writing it, though. And originally I didn't know what to make of The Games We Play, like the song. Like, what's it really about? And then I just decided that it could be like about dealing with tabloids, dealing with rumors. Try to keep it as open-ended as I can, so for those who end up listening to it, they can sort of relate to it. Because we've all had rumors started up about us at one point or another, and some of them have been really terrible. And what else was I gonna do? What was I gonna say? And alright, and also, one aspect of this story that has inspired me, like, one thing that has inspired me, like, with my story and the song, last night I came across an interview that Michael Jackson had done back in 1997 with Barbara Walters for 60 Minutes, and he was talking about, like, how, he was constant tabloid fodder. He couldn't go to a park, he couldn't go to a grocery store, he couldn't do any of that, and, just that kind of thing, and I'm trying to draw inspiration from that. Now, in regards to the main character, alright, so the main character, her name is Jess Slater. I based her off myself, especially with the physical description, because, yeah, Jess isn't skinny. I have personally decided that she's not going to be skinny. Because can't the overweight girl at least, like, have something good happen to her? Like, why does she have to be relegated to the background? Like, something like that. But anyway, and but you know, in that story, and the thing is, in a small way, I actually know what it feels like to be some kind of fodder. I'm like, it wasn't like tabloid, but it was on social media. All right, so there was a good one, and there's a bad one. I'm gonna talk about the good one because this bad one, it brings up, you know, a lot of emotions that I don't want to revisit, but those emotions will be revisited in the story I'm writing called The Games We Play. Back in August of 2015, I went to a set of Law & Order SVU for the first time, and I really wanted to meet Peter Scandavino, and I succeeded in that. And when I met him, he actually knew who I was because of a song I'd written called We'll Be Alright, which I wrote over a year ago. And I wrote it in an attempt to like say, hey, we actually like you. Now, could you please tell us whether or not you're coming back for season 17? The show is, Law & Order SVU is currently in its 18th season, and he's still on it. And I hope he stays on it, because, you know, I like Carisi. He's like the first character I ever really became emotionally invested in. And, so he knew who I was. And then when it came time, like when I was taking pictures with him, like I got a selfie, I got a normal one. There were two where we were playing air guitar because we were talking about guitars and our guitar playing abilities. And then for some reason, I don't know why, I don't know the answer to this, so please don't ask me. I really, really need clarification on this because I don't know why. But for some reason, we were getting pictures. Peter decided that he wanted one on, like, for himself, like on his phone. And so he pulled his phone out and he took a selfie with me. And then after he took the selfie, alright, I don't know if this was before or after, but at some point he was told by a crew member on the show that it was almost time to start filming, and he needed to get ready. And then so before he left, and then so before my time with him ended, I don't know, like it was before or after he was told, he said to me, I'm gonna tweet about you. And to be honest with you, I don't know how I didn't know how I felt about it. Like, I remember just sitting there like, okay, cool. And I'm like, if he actually does, like, how are people gonna react to it? Like, what's gonna be the response? And thankfully, it wasn't anything terrible. It wasn't, like, I didn't get any negative feedback from it. But I mean, I did have people asking me, what Peter's like in real life, like what it's like to meet him, and what's, like, you know, just what is he like when you're talking to him. And I told them, and they seemed really amped up about it. But I mean, it was actually a bit concerning because I'd mentioned that there was a bad one that I'd gone through, and Peter telling me, like, oh, I'm going to tweet about you, kind of made me wonder, like, what the response was going to be, because those bad memories had come up, and I just didn't want a repeat of that. And also, I feel like it was a bit more precarious, considering the fact that he's married and he has a family, and I really didn't want there to be, like, any rumors, like, oh my god, they're, like, just any speculations, like, oh my god, are they sleeping together? Are they doing this? Are they doing that? Yeah, no, I've not done anything of the sort with him, and considering the fact that he's married, it's not really an option. But anyway, you know, it's just, I mean, I'm just I think I'm gonna throw that in my story. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out where I want to go with it, but definitely the tabloid stuff is gonna come into play. Now, I mean, I don't ever talk about my experiences with Peter like publicly. I mean, like, don't get me wrong. Like, I'd like if when people like, if people like post selfies that they've taken with him, or they want to know like what it's like to meet him. Like, I'll be like, oh, I've met him before, just that kind of thing. But I don't really go into detail. And just that kind of thing. And so, yeah. And so I'm gonna do a part. Now the thing is with the games we play, I've only written the chorus to it, so that's basically what you're gonna get with this video. I mean, I'm still working on the verses, the bridge. I don't know if I'm gonna write the second chorus differently, but yeah, this song is definitely gonna be tied into my story, and I hope to publish it one day. Have it published into a book, cause but the thing is, the games we play was actually based off my personal experience. Some of it. Now, it's not as like dramatic, but and I feel like people would want to, because there's that huge celebrity aspect that people are so fascinated with, and they want to know like, oh, what's it like to to meet these people, what it's like, what is it like to actually spend time with them and talk to them, and just all this stuff. And but yeah, here's the games we play. Chasing me down, I'm not anymore. Put in a zero and put on display. Say what you will, I don't really care. Let's play these games. Are you ready to play? Can we play our games, the games we play? The ones that are running away, and you're trailing right behind me, ready to throw me down. But yeah, that's the games we play, at least part of it. I mean, but like I said, alright, and sidebar, Peter Scandavino really needs to stop inspiring my music. I mean, but honestly, that's basically what the games we play, the story it was inspired by, was my friend, was a friend of mine, who was also a viewer of my channel, she was going through, like I said, I think I mentioned this before, but she went through TMZ, and she wanted to see if anything was there. And I went through a lot of other websites, and there was nothing there, and and then I actually didn't think anything of it until like about a month or two ago, and then I thought, this would be a really great idea for a story. Like I said, I do want to publish it once it's completed. Probably have it go, probably have it be not number one, but basically somewhere on the New York Times bestsellers list. And like I said, people are so fascinated by celebrity and, what it's like, what would it be like, to actually have not just simply meeting them, but I mean really getting to talk to them, and just that kind of thing. Alright, so Spirit Room 152 signing off. Alright, bye guys.